Chief Meteorologist Chase Jones.
All right, I'm staying out of the way for this one, but it's a good day to learn about the weather. Seeing some impressive convection make its way through. Some heavier downpours on the northern side of the Concho Valley, if not San Angelo and Tom Green County, but it's a little bit darker than usual is what I'm trying to say, because it's a new moon, and even though it was yesterday, technically it's not going to be that much more bright. So if you have to go out after some of this heavier flooding, please be careful out there. You see how quickly it fills up. Now, temperatures over the last 24 hours, let's take a good look. Now, it was near a record here in San Angelo, but up in Abilene, they broke a record at 102 today. And then they saw some impressive weather make its way through. The bulk of the storm really hovering to the northern part, but I'm on the lookout for some of it to make its way into the southern part of the Concho Valley around Wednesday morning, 3 or 4 a.m. Now, temperatures all the way down into those mid-70s, pushing all the way up into those triple digits. Don't believe that, 99. Then all the way down into those upper 70s right now. Now, we're going to drop all the way down about 20 more degrees by tomorrow, only warming up a little bit. 87 in San Angelo. Everybody else in a combination of mid to lower 80s across the entire area. It was 101 in Coleman today. It is currently 78. So you see how much we've cooled off, about 23 degrees across the entire area. San Angelo still holding on to a little bit of heat at 87, but you see how much it's cooled down in some of those pockets of rain. More is definitely going to try to make its way in, but nothing too severe. But let's just be flash flood ready. Now, dew points are in those 60s and 70s, while humidity indices are in those 50s and those 60s. So you see how they've pretty much doubled overnight, and we're on the lookout for a little bit more of that northerly wind to lift more moisture up into the atmosphere. Take a good look. It will push all the way down into the southern tip of Texas. Stephen, we're going to see some clear skies. Then as we make our way into the weekend, we're going to see some cooler temperatures level out in those mid-80s. Upper level pattern is a complete mess right now, but as we make our way into the weekend and next week, take a good look at the size of this ridging. It will push all the way up into the Great Lakes, and of course it will sort of break off and create a blocking pattern, but we could see more heat on the other side of it, but not here in the Concho Valley, but off towards the west. The next round of cool weather is trying to make its way in. Water vapor imagery, we're going to keep our eye on this green cloud cover making its way down. Now, that's going to show us that that cloud cover or those storms are way up in the atmosphere, but it's slowly working its way down into the Concho Valley. Also on the lookout towards the west in New Mexico. Severe weather outlook has sort of gotten more defined over the last couple hours, still hovering around the northern part of the Concho Valley. Hail probability still going pretty strong, Trey, but I don't think we're going to see it. Might be a little too warm for hail formation. Take a good look as I scoot out of the way. I really want you guys to focus on the cloud cover making its way in. It's pretty quick, but this is over the last 6 hours. Radar doing a pretty good job, but we want to know about that model data. Now, it's doing pretty well, pretty confident, but as we make our way through the evening, it's going to push in from the northwest. Now, there it is around 2 a.m. Take a good look around Robert Lee and Sterling City. Going to fight its way through and kind of push its way down. Now, Joey and I were talking before the show. This is where we want to see that model data sort of weaken. Now, I don't know about you, Joey, but I didn't see a whole lot of pink, but some stronger storms. So it's definitely decreasing in intensity. As we make our way into that early morning hour, that morning commute, let's see if we can't have a later start so everybody can make their way through. Then by the afternoon, it will clear its way out, and then I run out of data. So tonight, all the way back down into those lower 60s. But let's be on the lookout for some of those stronger storms and that flash flooding. That tomorrow, we're only going to warm up about 10 degrees, but let's take our time because you see how strong it's going to be. As we make our way closer towards the weekend, things are going to dry out and warm up from those 70s, but overnight lows hovering in those 50s. Around the weekend, somewhere in those 90s, while those overnight lows just level out in those lower 60s. Stay tuned on more for the break. You're watching KSAN News at 10.